Welcome everyone to tonight's practice. Grab a blanket or a pillow, and if you have a bolster or a lexicon, anything to help you with today's practice. We're going to be nice and gentle. Today was very windy, so the aim is to calm the mind down, bring the body back into the center, to calm the vata down, but at the same time moving the energies and creating this release of the pent-up energy that we may be experiencing at the current time, and just learning to adapt with this change. So arrive to your practice. You can sit cross-legged, legs straight, or you can go onto the constructive rest already, lying on your back, feet flat, legs bent, feet flat on the floor, or you can sit on a couch or a chair. Allow your eyes to softly close and just really arrive to the mat with the intention of letting yourself come to this place where you feel safe. We can really come to this process of letting go of any habits, any beliefs that you want to let go of, and creating your new reality. That's how I see the yoga mat. It's my place to really shape and mold and form myself to become like really the person that I want to be, that I want to feel the connection with. So allow yourself to release the sit bones. Let the stability be felt in the lower body between the knees, resting the hands, cupping the knees, tilting the pelvis slightly, finding the position when you feel that you can really feel supported. And you can lift the top of the head up towards the ceiling. The spine feels long and free. And there is a stability in the pose, but you can fully relax in here, letting the shoulders relax, letting the face relax, allowing yourself to arrive. Once you've found your comfortable physical position, bring your awareness to the breath. You always have the option of resting the hands on the belly, feeling that rising and falling of the belly, or just one hand even. And connect with this beautiful rhythm. The inhalation, filling up the lungs, letting the diaphragm move down, letting the belly expand. And on the exhalation, emptying, relaxing, surrendering to the exhalation. Allow the breath to flow naturally, but keep your mind centered to this flow, this rhythm of rising and falling. This rhythm of expanding and gently contracting. This rhythm of receiving and letting go, giving even. Allow yourself just to be here with your breath for a few more cycles. You may have been breathing consciously all day, or this may be the first few breaths that you're taking with your awareness of what is happening. What is this opportunity in each breath? Take 2 more deep breath. And then bring the hands together, connect the thumbs to the heart center. We're going to tune in with the Om mantra 3 times. You can join in or just let the mantra vibrate through you. Make your intention for today's class in this high vibration of the mantra. Where would you like this energy to expand? Your intention is like an arrow, choosing where you want it to be focused, and then you shoot it out there and let it expand. Relax the hands, open up the eyes, make your way onto the back. If you have your block or pillow, you can put it underneath the head. We're starting nice and slow to calm this wind down, allowing yourself to calm and relax on the floor. Shimmy the shoulders out. Just stretch and press the lower back gently down. Then bend the knees and hug the right knee to yourself, keeping the left leg nice and bent, relaxing the shoulders. Bring the chin in slightly and allow yourself just to hug that right leg in. This pose is called the wind releasing pose. So as you guessed, it's one of the best ones to sort of like pacify, to calm the wind down. And today was definitely a windy day, so we are sort of like in tune with nature. When there is a lot of wind, a lot of movement going on the outside, we bring the stability, we bring the center that's in. And as you bring that leg in, so mindful that you don't, it's like if your knees are sensitive, just nice and soft. If it feels nice, bring it in with the right knee coming towards the right armpit and massaging the whole of the right side with that breath. Just really nice, gentle, bringing the chin in, lower back nice and comfortably resting there. It's a very soft, very gentle movement. Whole of the spine relaxes, shoulders and the neck are soft. Again, if you can connect with the breath again, feeling this rising and falling, this beautiful rhythm of the breath. Whenever you are in the physical position and you connect your breath and you're observing, so your mind is in tune with that too, that's when all this magic happens, the union between the physical body, the mind and the breath. We're just going to extend that right leg up. You can interlace the hands behind you. You can just have the legs just up. You can bend the leg wherever you want to be in that journey and come into soft little gentle circles. Think about calming that wind down, so go as slow as you can. And then moving the other direction. Keep your gaze on your ankle, releasing any tension in that ankle. Feeling a gentle stretch in the back of the hamstrings. And then relax the leg, bend it to the left. Already you can maybe feel a difference between the two. Let's repeat it on the other side. Hug the left leg in, nice and soft. Realign the spine if you wish to. Make sure that your chin is tucked in. The reason we're tucking the chin in, to have the length in the back of the neck and also to massage the thyroids. Really, the beauty of yoga is that when we're using the breath and the postures, we don't have to know if it's like overworking or underworking. By using the breath, the postures, and our intention, the body sort of like gets a little bit of a reset. And you know when something is not working on your computer and you just reset it and it works again. So similar to our mind, our body just needs a little bit of a plugging out, plugging back in, restart. So again, massage the left side. And you can let it just a tiny bit, just bringing the leg in a tiny bit, or you can squeeze it in. It's always your practice, especially when we're practicing at home, so I can't see you, I don't have the feedback of your winces or smiles, which I miss so much. But really being aware of what's happening. It's such a gentle movement. Does it feel gentle to me? Can my breathing be felt? The flow of my breath in the posture? Am I pushing too much? Maybe is there a difference between one side to the other, and just observing. Coming to the hamstring stretch, gently extending that left leg, interlacing the hands behind, bending the knee or straight, and coming to those ankle circles, gently. Think about slow, more of an oiling than the windmill. So you sort of like want to create a unstucking, nice and slow. 3 the other direction. It's quite good to keep the gaze on the ankles, because as we said with the intention, when we keep the gaze onto the ankles, our focus is on the ankles. So the ankles get a little bit more energy by keeping our gaze on it. And then relax that hand, relax the legs, and just hug the legs in. Give yourself a cuddle and maybe rock from side to side. If you're okay to rock up into a seated position, do so. Active core, straight spine. But if you want to, just turn to the right and use the hands and the arm, the elbow and the hand to come up to a seated position. Come to a comfortable seated position. If you want, you can sit on a block, pillow, anything you wish to. And for the first position, have the right leg in front of you. Lengthen up in the spine, tuck the tailbone under. The same how we did at the centering. And just bring the right hand next to your side. Lift the left arm up and just coming to a very soft little side bend. So keep rooting down with that left hip, lifting up with that left arm, and just relax in here. The aim is to create this moisture, this length, when you're stretching up, creating this gentle warmth in the body, and releasing anything that may be stuck in that left side, rooting down with the hips. Nice and soft. Maybe you can go deeper, but don't force it. Just feel this gentle, loving stretch. And then slowly come back and lengthen. Bring that right hand behind you on the fingertips. And then exhale, navel, shoulders, chest, shoulders, and the head last. You can rest that left hand on the right knee. and release into a lovely little twist. Roll the shoulders back. Don't go too deep in there. Just until you feel the comfort of the twist. Think about the top of the head reaching up on the inhalation. And on the exhalation, just squeezing out, letting out anything that you may have collected today, this week, this month, that you want to let go of, that is holding you back, either a tension in your physical body, either a thought that keeps on disturbing your peace, an emotion. So giving permission to the body to let it go. Inhale. Exhale, release into it. One more breath in here. If you went too far, you can always adjust. Listen to your body. Inhale, come back nice and slow, lengthening at the same time. Coming back into the neutral position, then putting the left hand down, reaching the right hand up, bringing the shoulders back into their sockets, and taking your time on the exhalation to release into that side bend. Keep the shoulders stacked up on top of each other. You're reaching that right fingertip out, and you're pressing that right hip down. So you're finding this balance, this space between the two places. Your head is relaxed, your heart is open. Try to lift and lengthen at the same time. Enjoy the pose. If your hips are tight, then this may be quite challenging. So come back a little bit and only go here. So listen to your body. I forgot to change the legs, so if you want to, you can change the legs in between. Or you can come and change it at the twist. Inhale, open up. It was definitely the windy day. Mind was all over the place. Children were all over the place. Even the puppy was being a little bit crazy. And that's okay. I think we got a little bit of a norm in the current situation, but still things can throw us off balance, and that's fine. And just coming back to a balance afterwards, lengthening, lifting up. Coming into the twist, the left hand comes behind. Exhale, belly, chest, shoulder, and the head moving last, and relaxing that right hand on the left knee. Only go until you feel comfortable. Lengthen up and exhale, relax into the twist. I was lucky enough to have quite a happy childhood, and I always thought that when things are going good, that's the norm. And things have to be perfect and all aligned, and that's when you're happy. But actually, that is a little bit of a, like, in a way, it's a childish way to look at the world, because yes, that's how we see the world when we are children, and that's how it should be. But in actual fact, our aim in yoga is find this union, so whatever happens on the outside, you get back to your balance, to your state of contentment or joy in there. And happiness is also something that comes and goes. It's not necessarily a continuous state, but peace of mind can be. So learning to adjust to this new situation, accepting the days when things are going absolutely pear-shaped, the weeks, the months when things are going absolutely pear-shaped. And just adjusting, going with the flow. One more deep breath in here. So letting go anything. The beauty of this stop and pause situation that we are at the moment in And it gives us an opportunity to come up and exhale, slowly come back to the center and see what it is that we should let go of in our lives. So come to a comfortable seated position. Here you can stretch the legs out or come onto a chair if this feels uncomfortable. We're just gonna come into a Sufi grind. So that means that we're coming forward on the inhalation and anti-clockwise, starting on the left, then moving back. We make these beautiful circles in the spine, coming back to the center. So continue with this circle and think about grinding out. It's almost like you can see, like in the tap or in the shower, when anything that you are ready to let go of, just releasing that. So go nice and easy, whatever feels comfortable. So sometimes it feels nice to go deeply, but sometimes this movement may be just a tiny bit. So go with whatever your body wants to go today. Just one more. And come back to the center. So we see in our mind's eye that everything is leaving, that we're ready to let go of. And then we're moving into the circle to the clockwise, starting to the right. And bringing in like a spiral, whatever we want to bring in. So calmness, peace, the feeling of safety, health, strong immunity, strong lung function, compassion to the people, thankful who are not having a difficult time, thankfulness for the people who are taking care of us, acceptance of the things that are at the moment difficult, and then slowly coming back to the center. Okay, making your way into the all four. If knees are sensitive, you can always put a blanket underneath, but you don't have to. Which way should I go? I'm gonna go this way. Okay, so coming down into the all four, realigning your position. Wrists directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. And look back, hide the feet behind the thighs. And just come into a couple of really comfortable, soft cat-cows. On the inhalation, starting from the tailbone, let the belly drop down towards the floor. Open up, roll the shoulders back, just softly look ahead. Maybe take a pause here. And on the exhalation, tuck the tailbone under, vertebra by vertebra, breathing through every little vertebra, letting the navel come to the spine, the middle back coming towards the ceiling, and the head hang last. Maybe have a mini pause here. Inhale, open up into the U shape. Allow this movement to be as soft or as deep as it feels right for you tonight. Remember, there is no perfect posture, but there is a perfect posture for you every time you step on the mat. And that perfect posture may look completely different from day to day. When you practice daily, and I'm hoping that now we have all these videos in the group, and I've got so many on the YouTube channel as well. So even if you practice like just a few cat-cows or a couple of breaths daily, you will notice the changes in the body. You will get more connected to what's happening inside. And knowledge is definitely power. So come back into the neutral position. Open up the knees as wide as the mat. And release into your child pose. Bring the hands a little bit forward. Extend the hands forward. If this is not comfortable, you can come into like a puppy one when you have the hands forward and your sit bones are towards the sky. So wherever you want to be on that journey, relax in here. Let the hands relax, but open up in the shoulders and breathe. Now we're going to come into a little bit of a massage of the forehead. I'm going to take the hands out so you can maybe see me. You can have the hands forward or you can have them resting by the side of the thighs. So we're resting the forehead down. If your forehead is not down, you can even put the hands underneath or you can put it on the block. And what we're going to do is very softly on the exhalation, turn the head to the right and then come back to the center. Turn it to the left. Come back to the center. Very soft massage. See which feels nicer. For me, I feel nicer when the hands are forward, but it may be absolutely different for you. So it's a very, very soft, gentle movement, keeping the neck straight, massaging the area between the eyebrows. One more each way. Don't know if you can see me. And then come back. Walk the hands back. Legs back into the all four. And we're going to tuck the toes under and push back into a downward facing dog. And we're going to walk the legs wider than your mat. So walk your legs out to the outside edges of the mat or even wider if you wish to. And just release into this variation of the down dog. Check in where you want your hands and just soften here. You can rock from side to side. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Sit bone is coming towards the sky. Lengthen up. Enjoy. Breathe. Really allow the top of the head to reach down, the sit bone to reach up. Two more deep breaths in here. Allow this lengthening, this space to happen. And then bring the legs back, about hip distance apart, and walk the hands towards the feet. I'm going to come back a little bit so I don't come off the mat, but walk the hands back to the feet. Bend the knees maybe if you wish to, and just interlace the hands and settle into this gentle forward fold. If you want, you can come into a ragdoll, interlacing the elbows and rocking from side to side. Knees can be bent or straight, whatever you feel more comfortable with. And just rest here. And come back to the center. Relax the hands down. Let the head hang. And then bring the hands behind, interlace the hands behind. Gently roll the shoulders open, so the palms coming together, opening the chest up. If this is too much for the shoulders, you can just rest them onto the small of the back.
Have the bend in the leg as much as you wish to. Relax in here. Completely surrender. And then we're going to come into a little bit of an opening to the side. So gently bend the left knee and softly open to the right. And come back to the center. Bend the right knee. Open up to the left. Come back to the center. Open up to the right. Come back to the center. Open up to the left. Come back to the center. Relax the hands onto the small of the back. Release them to the floor. Walk the hands up on the shins, coming to the thighs. Press into the thighs, coming to the half forward fold, lengthening the spine. Space there. And then inhale, tuck the tailbone under, lengthen up. Reach up and extend into your upward salute. And exhale, come back to the center. Okay? Realign your position. We're going to have a couple of half sun salutations. So realigning your mountain position, Tadasana. Legs can be parallel or together. Root down with the feet. Activate the core. On the inhalation, lift up and lengthen, expand up. On the exhalation, bow down, navel to the spine. Nice and soft. Bend the knees if you wish to. Inhale, come up halfway now. Just resting the hands wherever you feel comfortable. It can be thighs, underneath the knees. Lengthen. And exhale, slide the hands down, release into the forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up. One big stretch. Bringing the arms up, extending up. Exhale, releasing the arms back, bringing it into the prayer position in front of the heart. Continuing 2 more rounds like this. Inhale, open up the arms to the side, reach up and extend up. Exhale, forward, navel to the spine, release, let the head go. Inhale, come up, maybe resting the hands on top of the feet, rolling the shoulders away, lengthening. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale, open all the way up, lengthen, reach up. Find the space in the spine. Exhale, bring the hands to the side and bring them back in front of the heart in the Namaste. One more cycle. Inhale, open up, extend, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, keeping the spine nice and long. Bow down, let the head hang. Inhale, maybe you want to keep the hands, fingers on the floor. Roll the shoulders away, come up halfway. Exhale, release into your forward fold. Inhale, come up all the way, lengthen, reach up and extend. Exhale, release the hands, bring them back into the heart center. And then relax the hands, come as wide, like a leg apart. Hopefully it didn't come down, sorry. Adjusting the microphone in a second. So make your legs 90 degrees, nice and comfortable. Right leg, legs were parallel. Now the right leg goes 90 degrees. Both legs are straight. Inhale, lift the arms up, lengthen the fingers away. Tuck the tailbone under, activate the core. And we're going to go into a peaceful triangle. So inhale, lift the right palm up. And exhale, reach the left hand back and reach the right arm up. Lengthen up. Squeeze that left glute. Find the space in the front of the body. Breathe. exercise 3. Keep the neck nice and soft. You can look underneath the armpit, or you can go up towards the palm. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, come back into the center. If you want to, you can grab your block. We're gonna come into the triangle pose now. So reach out to the right, lengthen, and then release the hand on the block, thigh, anywhere you want on that journey. Just make sure you're nice and comfortable. Reach the opposite arm up towards the fingertips towards the ceiling, palm facing forward. Breathe. Lengthen up. Reach up. Inhale. On the exhalation, release that hand toward the left hip and then come into the circle in front of the body, finding your way up to the starting position. 2 more circles, nice and soft, really gentle. Find a space in the arms. Use the breath. And then slowly take an inhalation. Come up with the half of the core and the back hand. And then bring the legs parallel with each other. You can put it to the other side if you wish to. Okay. Bring the legs parallel with each other. Roll the shoulders back. Interlace the hands behind. Inhale, open up a little bit. Exhale, softly release into the forward fold. If your blood pressure is not very happy with this, then only come like in line with the hips. So if you're okay, just release into the forward fold. Letting the head hang, relax. So forward folds are very good for calming the mind down, taking this wind down a notch, getting ready for the night. We're not staying here for so long, so slowly come up with the help of the hand and the core. Nice and easy. Release back. Turn the feet to the corners of the mat. Bend the legs, come into the goddess stance. Tuck the tailbone under. Activate the core. Inhale, bring the arms up. Lengthen up, bring the palms together. Exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into the heart center. Sorry, the microphone is tapping. Inhale, point the fingers forward. Extend the arms open, forward, and then open the palms and just externally rotating the shoulders. Open up and exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, lengthen up, reach up, keep the strong stance in the leg. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart, like you're collecting all that energy. You're bringing it to the heart. Then point it out, extend it out to the word. Open the fingers, open up the arms, and then relax the arms. Come up with the legs straight, bring the legs back to the center, and we're going to come into the triangle series on the other side. Left leg 90 degrees, back leg parallel. Tuck the tailbone under, activate the core. Bring the arms up, lengthen the fingertips away. Exhale into your position. Inhale, lift the front palm up, the left palm up. And exhale, reverse that triangle, peaceful triangle. Right hand slides down, left hand reaches up. Try to keep the hips parallel, so not pushing it out too much out in. They are in line. And breathe. Lengthening the whole of the side of the body. Breathing deeply. The gaze can be underneath the left armpit or up towards the left palm. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back into the neutral position. Exhale, reach out to the left. Inhale here, extend. Exhale, release the hands anywhere on that journey. Thighs, shins, block, or you can come all the way down and then just sort of like be lifted with the palms down. Lengthen up, open up, shoulder blades come together. Find this beautiful triangle pace. Open up in the heart. Palms reaching forward. Breathe. Inhale and slowly bring that arm down towards the hip and into your circle. 2 more times. Conscious of your breath. You can follow it with your gaze, or you can keep your gaze fixed. And reach up. And then slowly with the help of the back hand and the core, come up, lengthen, relax the hands, turn the feet again into the corners of the mat. We're going to come into the yogic squat, quite strong on the knees. So if you want, just bring the legs a little bit together and just come down with the sit bones coming back, just a little bit like a hovering in the public toilet kind of pose. If you're okay, bring the legs as close together as you feel comfortable. Toes are pointing out, heels in, and release into your malasana. Get nice and comfortable here. Bring the palms together and just settle here for a few deep breaths. Allow yourself to be comfortable here. Lengthen up the top of the head and release the sit bone down. Such a therapeutical, such a beneficial pose for us. Allowing the hips to release and just really sort of like, what is this pose? Is the letting go. So just letting go, rooting down to the earth and letting go. Lengthening up the spine, but remember, you can be higher or you can have a lot of blocks on the knees. 1 more breath. And then relax the hands behind and come down into seated position and bring the legs in front of you into a diamond shape. So if you're sitting at the back of the mat and the legs are still like maybe on the mat still, but they are nice and comfortable. So you have a beautiful little diamond shape here and you feel nice and comfortable. Free the sit bones, get comfortable here. Remember, you can always put a blanket, a block, anything underneath. Lengthen up here, roll the shoulders back, find a space. And then we're going to come into the forward fold. So what we're going to do, we're going to slide the hands on the legs and bring it like, you know, the bony bit on the outside edge of the ankle or just the outside edge of the foot, like holding the feet like this. So wherever you are on that journey, just put the hand wherever you feel comfortable. Lengthen up and then start to surrender. So find, and the elbows come to the side, so you can just be up here, shoulders away from the ears, arms open. If you're okay, then just release a little bit and maybe you go breath by breath. So think about the top of the head reaching forward, space in the spine, and just surrendering with each breath. Nice and gentle, no forcing it. Letting the breath move you into the pose. And just surrender here.
You can have a little bit of a bend in the back. Be mindful that it feels comfortable and your lower back is still supported. And just breathe and surrender. Let the shoulders relax. Let the neck relax. Calming that wind. Making space. So instead of being spacious or scattered or more like spacey, we become spacious. So make sure that you're lengthening the spine. You're nice and comfortable. Of course, you don't have to go this deep. You can have the hands underneath the forehead. You can have a block underneath the forehead. So wherever you are on that journey. And then slowly rise up, lengthen. Okay, we're going to go down to the bridge. If you have a block, then the supported bridge, I would recommend it, or you can have a blanket underneath. So when we have supported bridge, make sure you go down to the floor first. You relax the whole of the body. You shimmy the shoulders out, you press the lower back down, and then when you put in the block, you put in afterwards. So instead of putting the block and just rolling over it, come down onto the floor, and then you can just bring the block into the small version. Or if you feel a little bit ready for a little bit deeper back bend, then just roll it up to the middle version. Relax the shoulders, bring the chin in, close your eyes and surrender here. Walk the shoulder blades out. Make sure your chin is tucked in and you have this length in the neck. So it's almost like somebody comes there and gently pulls your head towards them. So you have this space in the neck, but the chin is tucked in. The soles of the feet are rooting down. The block is at the perfect place to support your lower back. So it's not digging in anywhere. Come down, readjust, and come up again. So remember never to stay in a position if it doesn't feel right, okay? Not even half a breath. Come down slowly and come back. Like for example, this doesn't feel right, and then just move it a tiny bit, and there it feels like heaven. So pose always have to feel like you can really just melt into it, especially these poses, the yin poses. So this is a supported bridge. So feel that you're supported. You're lifting your heart up, you're opening up. It's an inversion. Because remember that the hips, even the knees, are higher than the chest and the head. So it's a gentle, supportive inversion this way. And it really gives a fresh blood flow to the heart and the head. Changes our perspective, doesn't it? When we're a little bit upside down. So feel that your lower back is relaxed and make any little adjustment here. The pose is ours when we feel that we can just melt into it. We feel strong and supported and stable in there. And at the same time, we feel this fluidity. So the breath is just flowing freely, softly, effortlessly. The back bends are all about lifting our mood. opening our heart. So finding this balance between finding the stability, coming back to our center, so not being too spaced out by the wind, by the news, but all the things are happening. I know it's not easy, but it's teaching us that. But at the same time, not to go within so much that we can't open our heart. Whenever you're ready, slowly come back. So we stayed here for a while. Really, maybe if you were in the higher setting, then come back into the lower setting. Let the spine relax there for a couple of deep breaths, just resting there. And then take the block out and come back down. Okay. And just relaxing the spine there, noticing the difference. For the last two postures, you can have the block. I love that you can take this block here and there. And the block underneath the head, but you don't have to. And we're going to come into the supine pigeon. So bring the right leg in, lengthen up, and then cross it over underneath the left knee, coming into this figure of 4. Bring the hands, your options are, you can just relax the hands out and see how you feel in the right hip. If you know that this is quite gentle for you and you want to go further, then interlace the 10 fingers behind the thigh, left thigh, and bring that left thigh towards you, the left hamstring. So you can make this posture deeper by bringing the leg closer to you or release it a little bit. Keep the chin nice and relaxed. I always like to close my eyes for these postures. Starting to withdraw the senses. So hopefully in your practice, you're not talking, you're not tasting, so you're withdrawing the sense of taste. Hopefully you're not being stimulated by fragrances, so your sense of smell is getting a rest. The sense of hearing is rested as well, because you only hear my voice. That's why I try to keep my classes without music, so we can really just tune in more and switch off the senses as much as we can. And we stand still in the pose, so the sense of touch is getting a little bit of a rest as well. If you close your eyes, the sense of sight as well, but you can keep it open and gazing softly at one point. Now release that left leg back to the floor. Bring the arms out to the T position. Inhale, and on the exhalation, bring the right knee towards the floor. So only come until you feel comfortable, keeping the legs still how they are. If you want, you can even put the hand underneath, a little bit of a helper, but only release until you feel comfortable. Keep the shoulders down. Head can be, the gaze can be up. Or if you feel completely relaxed in your neck and you know that neck is not an area where you get tightness, then you can turn the other direction with your head. And slowly bring your head back to the center. Bring the legs back to the center. And then stretch the right leg up, bring it down, and let's go. Repeat the same to the other side. Left leg in, extending up, coming into the supine pigeon, the figure of 4, beautiful hip release. Checking how that left hip is. You may want to stay here. If you want to go further, interlace the 10 fingers behind that right leg and bring the leg in close to you. Relax the shoulders, chin tucked in, and just surrender to the breath. Feel the sensations on this pose. Feel this release, this letting go of the hip, making space for something new as you let go of the old. We keep hearing this saying that the world as we know it is coming to an end. Even when things open up, they're going to be different. And sometimes the way this is phrased in the news, in the media, it's sort of like scary. But actually, a lot of time, the finish, the ending of something is always a new opportunity to start something new, something better. So yes, it may not be the same, but maybe much, much better. And the good thing is that we do have a say in it. That after we had this time to reflect, to realign, and I do understand that for some of us this is a difficult situation. But even in there is the possibility that this is not a possibility, but this is not permanent. It will end. So relax down the right leg. Bring the hands out. And now we're going to bring that left knee towards the left. And just go until you feel comfortable. Relax the shoulders. Check in if your neck is relaxed and soft. And then you can turn it to the opposite direction. Remember, I always say that I prefer to move the legs and the neck at different stages. I think it's a little bit too much for the spine, so just allowing this step by step. Wherever we are at this current time in our pose, in our life, just using this time to gathering sort of like bringing it to really focus what it is that we want, what is it that it's important for us. Slowly bring the head back. Bring the leg back. Extend it up and bring it in. And let's bring both legs in. Where we started now, double wind releasing pose. Squeezing it in. Hugging it in. And either rocking up to seated position or turning to the side. I'm going to show the turning. I always rock up. So turn to the side and using the hands and the elbow to come up. Come into a comfortable seated position. You can already grab your blankets, pillows, everything. We're going to have a breathing practice before the Shavasana. So the humming bee is a very good one to letting this air out when you feel that your head is full of thoughts and you just want to let the steam out. And it's also very good for before sleep, so getting ready for sleep. Actually, it's good as well if you wake up in the middle of the night. Maybe go to the bathroom, hum a bit, and then come back. So we're going to use
a soft fist, and we're going to use the index finger. So just make sure that we're going to gently push it towards the ear. So make sure, as always, common sense, that you don't push it in too hard, just a soft one. So I'm going to show it once and then you can start it. We're going to take a deep breath, put the index finger softly closing into the ear canals, and then we're going to start humming like a bee. Okay? So in your own time, just try it a few times. So take an inhalation, gently put the fingers in, soft fist, and you start this humming sound. You can close your eyes and just exhale when you're humming, nice and soft. And relax the hands and just observe how you're feeling. You can take a couple of deep exhalations through the mouth, letting further air out, letting the steam out. I like to put my hands in the mudra of palms right over left and the thumbs coming together, gently resting in my lap and just observing. Now making our way into Shavasana with as little movement as we can, using our blankets, eye pillows, whatever you find that makes your Shavasana a deeper experience. You can use the block underneath the head. Let the legs drop out, arms come comfortable distance away, palms facing upwards or resting on the chest or the belly. And just surrender here. Maybe take a couple of deep sighs. If you notice that there is too much wind in you, let it go. Allow the whole body to surrender. Give yourself permission to relax. Let the toes relax. Let the ankles relax. Let the knees relax. Let the hips relax. Let the fingers relax. The wrists relax. The elbows relax. The shoulders relax.
Also the arms relax. Let the base of the spine relax. Let the whole of the pelvic region relax. Let the navel and the abdominal region to relax. Let the chest, the whole of the heart region to relax. Allow the throat and the neck to relax. Allow the area between the eyebrows to relax, the whole of the face and the head. Finally, breathe through the top of the head and let the whole body relax. Allow yourself to settle here for a few minutes. Slowly start to bring some movement into the body, to the fingers and the toes. ankles and the wrists. See if you want to come into a big stretch. Or just bending the knees, making your way into the fetal position to the right side, letting yourself to rest on the right side completely. And whenever you're ready, make your way up with the help of the hand and the elbow. Like we did before, come to a seated position. Realign the spine. Find a space where you feel comfortable. You wish to bring the hands together in front of the heart. And just take notice any physical sensations in the body. Connect with the depths of the breath, and the activity in the mind. Let's finish with the mantra, may the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Namaste. Bow your head towards the heart, connecting the head and the heart together. Create heat between the palms, rubbing them together, and when you feel the warmth, cover the eyes with the palms, letting them rest, getting that warmth. And then blink into the comfort of the palms. Let this little bit of light in, and then separate the fingers. And let the light in a lovely massage. Hopefully you have less light at home. Thank you for practicing with me. If you do today's practice before bedtime, then before we come up to the humming bee breathing, you can come into the leg up the wall pose when you put your leg up the wall or just anywhere on the couch. I will link in the pose video if you don't know, but I think most of us we did it in class, and I link in the humming bee as well. So then it is a really nice little bedtime routine yoga. It's all about unwinding, so letting the wind calm down in the body, and the wind is actually affects the mind the most, and just getting ready for this yin part of the night when we're going to sleep and we digest the rest and digest phase. Very important. Thank you for practicing with me. Have a wonderful night. See you later. Namaste.